All right, so yeah, Jason, what's like your average wins and your strongest classes, your worst classes?
Actually, I think after watching your streams, I started averaging like maybe five or six.
Okay.
I've been doing really well with Warlock actually.
I love Warlock.
Yeah, I think my last three Warlock runs are like nine, nine, and 10.
Oh damn,
Yeah,
you got that down then.
yeah. It's like I think the biggest thing I learned was to kind of play like Zoo.
Yeah, and just utilize your hero power a lot, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So it works really well in arena.
yeah.
So
So these three selection, I think they're all really strong.
yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
Druid or Paladin weaker for me.
yeah, I mean, since you're really good at Warlock, let's play something else instead. That way you can get more out of it.
Sure. Let's play Paladin.
Sure. Paladin, the OPOP class.
Yeah, apparently not for me.
We'll see. So
So,
the format's going to be you tell me what you want to pick, and then I'll give you some input.
okay. I think Knife Juggler.
Okay. So yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a solid two drop, synergizes with our hero power. Plus, it's a two drop with the upside. Wailing Soul is a four drop with a questionable battle cry.
Yeah, I find that the battle cry screws me over more.
Really?
I don't know. Like I can rarely think of a silence that where it's actually beneficial. Like maybe for Venture Co. Well, I don't know.
I mean, it's not only your minions. Since you're playing with another player, oftentimes they'll do things like humility or hunter's mark, or even I don't know, what's that called? Like freeze your minions.
Oh, true. It's good for the debuffs. Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
And very often, even like it just is played as a 4 mana 3/5 on an empty board or on top of a spider tank where it would have no effect anyways.
Okay. That's
But
true.
yeah, it's just like a curve pick pretty much. Like it's better to pick it once you see your curve and now you want to like curve your deck out properly because you need four drops or something.
Hmm. Okay,
hmm
I'll just pick Knife Juggler then.
hmm
Wisp. No. Stormwind Knight is I think it's clear here.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
It's a good
that's
enough four drop. And since everyone's running more aggressive decks, Stormwind Knight tends to be like pretty decent catch up card on turn four.
Hmm. Okay, so between these two, it's either Haunted Creeper or Consecration. I think Consecration is just too valuable.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Hunter Creeper is probably maybe one of the best two drops, especially in a class like Paladin where you are board dependent and you have a lot of board buffs.
Hmm.
And having just one guy to Blessing of Kings can make a world difference.
Yeah.
But I think Consecration as removal is too good to pass
Would you
up.
say two Consecration is too much?
I mean, it depends on the deck. Consecration is a lot better if you're playing more of a control deck and your curve is heavier, because then you can expect to play off the board and try to survive until your late game carries you. But if you're playing more of a like tempo deck or like an aggressive deck, the consecrations aren't going to help as much because you're going to be on the board and you're going to be trading on the board anyways. So there's
Uh,
nothing to consecrate.
okay.
Yeah,
So I think Scarlet Crusader is the easy one too.
yeah. We won't talk too much about this one.
Yeah. uh, Silver Hand Knight, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Hammer of Wrath isn't bad. It's probably one of the best top decks you can get with an empty hand, but
Yeah, true.
it's just too slow of a card, especially now. You never want a Hammer of Wrath on four.
Yeah, I find it's a slow four drop.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think Earth and Ring Farseer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
There is a point to picking up two drops, and Earthen Ring is a pretty weak curve play, but it does have that dual utility with being a curve play and also, just healing you can make a big difference.
Hmm. Let's see. Okay, between Jungle Panther and Blackwing. I don't have any dragons yet, so probably Jungle Panther.
And things like this, like here, I would consider. So let's say that it's really tough, like early on. It gets easier to pick between two similar cards later on.
Yep.
So let's say that we're on like pick 20 or 25, and we don't have very many two drops. Then you definitely want the Blackwing attack here, because that is a three drop that will take out a two drop and stay alive, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll help you stabilize on 3. So Jungle Panther trading up doesn't matter because it's gonna most likely trade down with your opponent's 2-drop if you don't have very many 2s.
Okay.
But yeah.
So would you still choose Jungle Panther in this case, or?
Yeah, I would. But it is, that one is close enough to think about it.
Yeah. I kind of hate Ogre Brute half the time. um, I think probably Blood Cell Raider is the safer one. I don't know.
So I mean, Ogre Brute is so good because it not only stabilizes you on 3 like the Blackwing tech, but also it has a chance to trade up with things like Ogre Magi or Ancient. Wow, what is that guy's name? Ancient Brewmaster. Wow.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 1 or 2 more 4-drops, but
Okay.
yeah, we definitely go with the Ogre Brute. It's more valuable than a 2/3.
Okay.
Mark, thank you for the resub 6 months in a row. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you for your continued support. But yeah, and also with like 2/3s, since we don't have a ping, if we ever are in a situation where it's like 2/3 versus 2/3, we lose. And it's not very good of a top deck since it's just a 2/3 and it's not going to trade up
That's
in the late
true.
game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why then. Puddle Slumper?
Yes, definitely. Those are 2 aren't so good. And Puddle Stomper is very much needed 2-drop.
Yeah. Argent Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever tried Dragon Egg?
Not yet. Not yet. I don't think it would be bad. It's not terrible. It's like okay to slightly below average. Just not
Just
active.
Yeah. The Argent Commander is just way too good though.
Exactly.
I'm thinking Abusive Sergeant.
Yeah, I agree. So with Paladin, I always think of like 1-drops as being a lot better because you can do something like, even if you skip your turn 2, you hero power, let's say. On turn 3, you abusive and hero power. That's like a 1 card 3/2, and that's at worst, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So since you have that unit hero power, it does come into play. And it's
Okay.
harder to ping off the abusive sergeant body when you already have like 1/1s on the board. So you get value off your 1/1 if you use abusive.
Uh-huh. What do you think of the Ironfur Grizzly actually?
It's not the worst card. There are like cases. There are actually a lot of cases, and this card gets a lot of disrespect because it trades down easily. But a lot more people are picking 2/3s.
Okay.
And that's, whatever 2-drop you play is protected from your opponent's 2/3 or with the Iron for Grizzly up. So you might be able to get a 2-for-1 with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent curve play.
Yeah, and with Explosive Sheep, I think it's just gonna screw me over so hard.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that.
This is kind of hard. I think it's between the Aldor Peacekeeper and the Bomb Lobber. Let's see. I think I'll take the Bomb Lobber.
So bomb lob are a lot better with a solid early game. That way you can control where the bomb lobs if you have board control, right?
Yeah.
But I think I would go with the Aldor Peacekeeper. It's a solid late game card. You can hold it and wait until you can target something big with it, or you can play it on 3 and you can kill your opponent's 2-drop for free if you are the one that's going to make the trade with the 2-drop.
Oh, true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it just has a little bit more flexibility.
Mm.
Plus, it's just tried and true, right?
Yeah. Okay. Probably Blessing of Might.
Yeah, the other 2 are pretty bad.
Yeah. I think Voodoo Doctor.
So we have 2 2-drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-drops, 2 late game cards, 1 4-drop. The problem I see with Voodoo Doctor is that we don't really have like a target for it. A lot of our cards have a really low health cap.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
our only 6-drop is, an Argent Commander.
In that case, the Divine Shield then.
Yeah, I think Divine Shield might be better here.
Mm. Guardian of Kings.
We do want a little bit more late game. I think this one is close as well. It's
Between Stormwind Knight and King.
I think it's close between all three, really. I mean,
Oh,
we
I
need
see.
twos as well, and Bluegill Warrior works pretty well as a counter to. Also, it's something active, and it activates our Blessing of Might and our Abusive Sergeant.
Oh yeah, okay.
So if we ever get off the board, it's going to be hard for us to come back with no True Silver, right?
That's true. I would have never considered Bluegill Warrior until you mentioned it.
It might make our deck a little bit too light, though. So far, this deck is looking kind of weak, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I think you're okay with taking Bluegill or Guardian of Kings.
Okay.
Let's take the Guardian of Kings. I think it might be the safer pick, just to guarantee a little bit more late game.
But how do you think Bluegill Warrior compares with other 2-drops?
Depending on what class I am, like if I'm playing a class with not that much like off the board play, so some like Priest, Bluegill Warrior would be a lot better since you have very situational removal, like Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death. There's a lot. Oftentimes, when Priest does lose, it's because they have Shadow Word Death and Pain in their hand, and it's stuck in their hand.
Okay.
Also, Paladin is kind of like a class that doesn't really have off-the-board removal, since your only tools to get back on the board is like True Silver, Consecration, and the Hammer of Wrath is too slow to actually get back tempo.
Oh, okay.
So,
So Silverhand Knight.
yes. But yeah, if you're playing like Druid or Mage who has like a better version of that, like Wrath for 2 or like Frostbolt for 2,
Yeah,
you
Frostbolt,
don't
yeah.
really need Bluegill Warriors.
I think I'd take Argent Protector.
Arctic Protector is okay, but I'm scared of getting too many like low impact cards since our deck is a little bit light. We only have 4 late game cards.
Oh, okay.
I think with Blessing of Kings, we're gonna be able to find a spot where we can push Blessing of Kings out, kill our opponent's drop, and maybe keep that momentum and win the game.
Oh yeah, okay. I see. So I guess you would never consider Argent Protector as like a 2-drop.
Not really. Not really.
2 weak, I guess.
Yeah, it's more of a utility card. You could play it on 2, and sometimes it is right to play it on 2, but it's just not preferable.
Sort of justice. Echoing Ooze is, I think, a good 2-drop too. It's kind of like 2 Goldshire Footmans in 1 card. I can also buff it too, right?
Yeah, I mean, also one thing to consider is that we have a lot of turn 3 plays. We have 5 3-drops.
Okay.
So I don't want to traffic jam on 3. I would go with the Echoing Ooze here. Plus we have the Blessing of Kings, plus the Blessing of Might for Echoing Ooze, which works pretty well. It's like a 3 mana 4/2/4/2.
Okay. So between Cult Master and Lost Tall Strider, I think Lost Tall Strider.
So I have I have a huge problem with 4 mana 4 health guys. They just don't tend to do very well. There's a huge difference between 4 and 5 in Arena, since
Yeah.
a lot of removal does 4. True Silver, Shadow Bolts, Deathbite even is a turn 4 play for Warrior, which helps them kill it on curve. And it trades down with 2-drops that are 3/2s, plus hero powers that do 1 damage. And most players are playing hero powers that do 1 damage.
Okay.
So here we probably want to go with the Cult Master. We have a lot of card draw, or we have a hero power that can draw us a lot of cards. So there's some synergy there.
Okay.
So with Paladin, the main strength of Paladin is since we don't have off the board removal, you kind of have to think we want to grab the momentum fast and keep the momentum. And this is why cards like Shield and Mini have made Paladin so strong. This is why Paladin is like the #1 class in Arena right now.
Yeah.
Because it grabs that momentum, grabs the board that Paladins do need and it does it so well.
Okay.
And so with that, like board control that you will have early with Paladin, things like Cult Master tend to get value since you're not playing from behind. You're usually going to be ahead of your opponent.
Ah, all right. It's too bad I don't have any of those shield mini bots
Nope.
yet.
Too bad.
Yeah. Emperor Kova?
Yeah, I'm good with Emperor over here.
Yeah.
It's also something to consider about Arcane Golem is that we do have the Cult Master, so all charges are a little bit better.
Oh yeah, that's true. So I'm thinking between Dark Iron Dwarf or Direwolf Alpha. I think maybe Direwolf Alpha. I think our early game's kind of weak. I don't know.
I mean, we do have a little bit of synergy with Echoing Ooze with Direwolf, but
Yeah.
I think Dark Iron Dwarf is too good of a 4-drop. In my opinion, it's the best neutral common.
Oh yeah? Better than Yeti or?
Yes, better than Yeti in most classes. It depends on what you're playing. But
Okay.
in Paladin, a class that relies on that early game momentum, Dark Iron Dwarf fits perfectly. Plus, we need 4-drops in our deck. We only have the Stormwind Knight that we can play on an empty board.
Oh yeah, that's true. Blessing of Wisdom?
I don't mind the Blessing Wisdom pick. I think this is just like a preference pick. I think it's close enough with Silvermoon Guardian that you can go Blessing Wisdom or you can go Silvermoon Guardian.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
just I don't hear a lot of people respecting Silvermoon Guardian.
I mean,
That's
it's even if the problem is the Divine Shield, right? And a lot of people are playing Mage. Even if the Mage does ping it off, that means they use 2 mana. So it really costs us 2 mana over our opponent. It's a 2 mana 3/3, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's really not that bad. It's just in the late game when you top deck it and mana's not a problem. It's not very good. But we're not really. This deck isn't looking like it's slow to go into top deck wars.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think I'll go with the Silvermoon Guardian then.
Okay. Oh man.
I'm afraid to pick Mad or Bomber because of my little dudes.
Yeah. I don't tend to like picking either of the bombers in Paladin or Shaman, or even Warlock since they're so fast.
Yeah. I think Muster for battle.
Yeah, I'm sad to say goodbye to the Argent Commander, but Muster is too good. Muster is so stupid, and we even have the Cult Master on 4 to draw 3 if
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And it's something to put Blessing of Kings on.
Exactly. It's so easy for Paladin to get board control now. It's insane.
Mm. Argent Protector?
Yes, definitely.
I think Silverhand Knight.
It's a lot of Silverhand Knights. Yeah, I would go Silverhand Knight.
Yeah.
This deck loses so hard to mages.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I mean, that's already our worst matchup, so we should just better our, matchups against classes that can't deal with like board flood.
Mm. I think Shatter Sun Cleric.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Spectral Knight.
So here, let's take a look at our curve. We have 2 5 late game cards and 3 plays on 5. I would say at most you want like 3 or 4 plays on 5. That way you don't get like a. It tends to not clog your hand early, and you don't have like a hand of like 5/5/5.
Okay.
So 3 or 4. This would be the last 5-drop we take, and we have 4
Okay.
picks left. Do we have anything really worth Argent Protectoring? I guess not. I mean, we kind of just like flood the board. It might be nice to play Spectral onto a board where we think the Mage might Flame Strike instead of a Silverhand Knight. I'm okay with the Spectral Knight pick.
Alright. Oh, sick.
Nice. It happened.
Yeah.
We needed
So-
that so bad. Like the last 3 picks should be Shield of Minibot, and this deck would be a 12 winner. Oh my god. I mean, the last pick can't be, but
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
that was really close.
Yeah.
I think Sea Giant could actually work kind of well with Paladin.
I mean, Sea Giant just, it kind of just breaks games sometimes. Like when, especially when you're losing badly, Sea Giant might get you the tempo that you need to come back. I'm definitely okay with Sea Giant. All 3 of these cards are good, especially because we need a 2-drop in this deck as well.
Actually, what's your opinion on Bell Reaver? This card, like, I'm always so scared to play this card.
In the right deck, it can be really strong. It works well in decks with a low curve, or where if your objective is to hit face and not really board control. So in Hunters or Warlocks, and even Paladins, sometimes it works really well. But this, I mean, even Bell Reaver, I wouldn't be unhappy picking it if the other 2 options weren't so good. I think it fits this deck fine. But Sea Giant is probably the better choice here.
Yeah, I don't have the courage to play Bell Reaver.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sea Giant will probably be played as like a 5 or 6 mana.
Yeah.
8/8. But yeah, I mean, let's look at this deck. We have 1/1-drop in Abusive. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops, which is good, and they're pretty high quality 2-drops as well. And we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays on 3. And then if you scroll down a little bit, we have 3 4-drops, and I would actually say we have 4 4-drops. The Blessing of Kings, depending on what our curve looks like, I would count it or not count it, but I would say that Blessing of Kings would be a curve play in this deck. Since we have an early curve with 2 shielded mini-bots, we should have something on the board to buff the Blessing of Kings if we need to play something on 4. Right?
Yeah.
And then we have 4, 5, 6 late game cards. I think this deck has a solid curve. We still get wrecked by mages, but you know, that's how it usually is with Paladin.
Actually, could you explain why we get wrecked by mages?
So there's we talked about how Paladin relies on having a board to board buff, and not only that, even with True Silver, not a lot of targets have 4 health. Usually you go from 2-drops that are like 2 or 3, which we can kill, sure, and then 3-drops where it like kind of sticks on the board. It's like a Scarlet Crusader, Harvest Golem. At best, if we're really lucky, it's a Spider Tank or an Ogre Brute. 4-drops, usually when you go higher up in the wins, they're picking 3 5s and 4 5s, and this is where we start to have a problem. Whenever someone slams Ascension down when you have a True Silver up, it doesn't work. And then after that, everything is just too big for True Silver. So it's really important for us to have a Silverhand Recruit or something on the board to help us trade and use our removal together with that. And just with the class using a lot of board buffs, like Blessing of Kings and Argent Protector, and Mage being a class with a lot of removal, right? A lot of AoE removal. And once they clear us, it's hard for us to get back on the board and use our strong point, which is, you know, board momentum. And Shamans have the same problem as Paladin against Mage because Shamans do the same thing. They use their totems with Flame Tongue Totem or Bloodlust to trade.
Alright. Okay.
Hey guys, good luck on the run. Super great to be able to hear the in-depth analysis of picks and during the sub coaching. Thank you, Concave. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the 15 bucks. But yeah, I mean, whenever you're ready, man, let's get started.
Okay.
Hold on. Actually, let me add you real quick so I can spectate you.
Oh, true.
Give me 1 second. But yeah, do you have any questions about the draft or anything?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward how to play this deck.
Yeah.
Nothing quirky.
Okay, got it. You just have to click that tab, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and you can stop sharing screens if you'd like.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we didn't end up with like a True Silver or a Hammer of Wrath. We have 1 Blessing of Kings, an Aldor, 1 Argent, 1 Consecration as a removal.
How well do you think this deck is gonna go?
Um, I actually think it's fine. I mean, Paladin is so strong in the meta right now, and we do have the double shielded mini bot. I would say that we're good, probably good for like 8, 9, 10, maybe, if we're lucky.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I would say 8 and 9 though.
Okay.
That's my best guess. And chat, feel free to make your own guesses on how many wins you think this deck will go. Yeah, it's definitely not like an overpowered deck, right?
Yeah. I usually judge how good a deck is by how many of those strong cards I see in it, like True Silver, Shield Mini, but I don't see too many of it. But it was hard for me to think that it would be 8 or 9 wins.
Mm. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we have double shielded mini, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's like more of like a old way of looking at Arena, where you just look at like the important class cards. I really look at 3 things. I look at minion quality, and I look at class cards, and then I look at the curve and how well like everything works together.
Okay.
So our curve is fine, and also our minion quality is not bad. I don't really see any bad minions in our deck.
So I think I toss out everything but Ogre Brute.
Sure, I like it. Try to dig for those 2s.
Oh, there it is.
Nice. So chat is asking for your name,
Oh, my name's Jason.
Jason. I think they want your Twitch name.
My Twitch name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Nubson HS.
There you go, guys. So yeah, we don't have to coin out here.
Would you ever coin out Shield Mini Bot, or I guess not, because they can ping it.
I mean, it depends on our curve, right? So if we had 2 2-drops in our hand, then we would want to just get the tempo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I played a Shield Mini Bot.
So this is interesting. So we know that it's going to be our opponent's turn 3 soon.
Okay.
So if we play the Ogre Brute, it would have a better chance of dealing with our opponent's turn 3 play for free, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. I see that. Let's do that then.
Yes. Plus we have follow-ups with Aldor Peacekeeper or Scarlet Crusader, depending on what he plays.
Okay.
And if I didn't have the Ogre Brute, I'd probably play Scarlet Crusader here as well. It would put him in a weird spot where he has to ping on his turn 3.
Oh, okay. I think Scarlet Crusader and then kill the Cobra,
Yeah.
if it kills it.
I always like to attack. If there's only 2, right? I always like to attack their face, just to reverse psychology them, you know.
Oh, okay. That BM. Whoa.
It's not bad. So what you're looking for with your plays is always try to get initiative back. So he cleared us, but we get the initiative, and we're going to be attacking with initiative.
Yeah. In that case, I think Mini Bot and Hero Power.
Minibot Hero Power, and then so on turn 5 you can expect him to play something with 6 health. This is probably one of the easiest turns to read, since almost all the 5-drops have 6 health. Silverhand Knight, Ventrico, Spectral Knight, Spiteful Smith.
Oh yeah, okay. Then in this case, the Dark Iron Dwarf then, right?
Well, I mean, with Dark Iron we still can't deal with something with 6 health. So I mean, I would go with Shielded Minibot and Hero Power, but it's just something to think about. Because even next turn, if we plan to Dark Iron Dwarf, right, we're only going to have 5 damage on the board with the Shielded Minibot and Hero Power if he just plays a 5-drop.
Okay.
But yeah, I would go with Shielded Minibot and Hero Power. Is this a haircut I see? Yeah, I have a haircut. New haircut, Doctor Plague. So this is pretty good.
Wow, this is so good.
Yeah.
So Dark Iron and kill it?
Yep. So now, since this is where we can get a read on him, right? So now we know he doesn't have a 5-drop.
Oh yeah, good point.
So I don't like try hard too often and try to like keep track of everything, but sometimes it's just like very obvious like this here, this
Yeah, and he doesn't
situation.
have a 6-drop either.
Yeah, probably not, right?
Mm. Well, I don't see why he wouldn't play a Boulder Fist Ogre. But,
So here, what I'm thinking is, since he doesn't have a 5 or a 6, maybe even, right? It
okay,
might mean that his hand has a lot of removal.
okay,
So I would expect the Flame Strike, but I would still play the Silverhand Knight since we don't have a play without it.
okay. Actually, I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so this is my first play. I would have used the Dark Iron Dwarf to kill it,
Mm-hmm.
and then play the Argent Commander, and then go for face. And even if he Flame Strike, I still have an Argent Commander.
Okay, I mean, so the problem with that is that he would ping the Divine Shield on Argent Commander. And since Argent Commander is one of our only plays that we have almost in the whole deck where we can play off the board and try to come back, in the case that he does grab the board back,
Ah, okay,
I don't want to waste Divine Shield on it.
okay,
So, yeah. So, I mean, once again, the important thing is that we have initiative on the turn. So if he Flame Strikes, we still have initiative because we Silverhand Knight and Hero Power, and we're going to be the ones making the trades.
okay.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, now we might have another read that he doesn't have Flame Strike.
Yeah.
It was a Richard Nast.
Do you think playing Silverhand Knight would be overcommitting to the board?
I mean, we kind of have a read that he doesn't have Flame Strike, but that might
Yeah.
be like a stall, right?
Yeah.
I would
Like,
try, yeah.
would he Flame Strike this or?
I think most people Flame Strike before 4-3, 4-4, 2-2.
Mm.
I think I would probably slow down a little bit and just Hero Power and Earthen Ring.
Okay, and I guess it doesn't have a Rich One at Gale.
So, especially with the whole initiative thing, I always think, oh, I mean, yeah, he's probably want to heal the lower one.
Yeah.
I always think I want to make sure I have something to develop if my opponent does play their AoE. So it's not as bad if they Flame Strike and then you have a play, but if you only have something like an Argent Commander that you can charge at their face, then it's not so good because we can't redevelop, right? We're not going to have board control. So we lose value and board control if that happens.
Mm. Whenever I see a secret, I always try to play around Mirror Entity first.
Yeah, that's usually the most dangerous one since it's tempo and value. Well, not value, but tempo mostly.
Yeah. So in that case, I was thinking Shadow Sun Cleric and buff my 1/1, and then run my 4/3 into it. Oh no, actually my 4/4 into it maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
mean, I like the Shattered Sun, but I think we can place the buff on something where we can get a good trade off it.
Oh, so 4/4 then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens.
Well, it's not it then.
Okay, so now we have an option to Sea Giant for very cheap, right?
I think I'll do it.
Yeah, so we can even Hero Power and Sea Giant here. So I would Hero Power Sea Giant and then get the good trade with the 5/5/1/1 and then make sure you hit face with 3/3 in case of Vaporize.
Yep. Oh, Ice Barrier. No big deal.
Okay, awesome. So now it's like he's not getting past this, really.
Yeah. Might be over actually. Well, if he Flame Strikes, still not that bad for me.
Yeah, I mean we come back with board control and an 8-4.
Oh.
Huh.
Was he holding that in his hand?
Yeah. So if you think about it, his hand, it was kind of clogged, right? That's why he didn't have a 5-drop on 5 because he had removal and something like a Faceless.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense.
So I'm thinking Argent Commander and Aldor Peacekeeper on it.
So if we Aldor, we don't really need to Argent Commander, right? Since it's only going to do 1 damage.
Oh yeah, I don't even have space for it.
Yeah, and plus here, I think I would minimize my my risk to Flame Strike. So we already have a huge card advantage, so all we have to do is not lose it. So we don't. So we want to develop something like a Spectral Knight, because that plays around Flame Strike. So I think I would Spectral Knight and probably just trade it. But you can use the Aldor if you want, but I think I'll just get rid of my dudes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get rid of the 1/1s and the 3 attack ones.
I would prefer to have more guys as opposed to less guys. I think I'll trade 5/2 and 3/2 and the hero power. Yeah. There's a couple reasons for this. One of them is that you can make better trades if you have little damages on the board, right? Instead of just like a couple of like clunky big guys. Because if he floods the boards with a bunch of 2-drops, and we have 4/2, 4/3, or like 5/2, 4/3, then we have to kind of like trade 1 for 1 down to keep board control.
Okay. I think Consecrate might be pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean we're on the green now. We just have to put it in, and we want to get rid of cards that aren't going to be good anymore, and that's probably Consecration since he's out of cards. It's not going to get much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we could even Argent Commander, right?
Oh yeah.
Nice. So one thing here. So I know what I said about the little guys, but on this board, I think I would have gotten rid of the 3/1/1s because that would get rid of every single 1/1, and then he wouldn't have a ping target, right?
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
It's not a big deal. I mean, this game was.
It was one already, but
yeah,
okay.
for sure one. But it's something to always think about. That's just like really just like min-maxing like the smallest things, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think we won because we outplayed him, or he just got unlucky?
I think we really probably beat him with our draft. I mean, I think we outdrafted him. He played a lot of. I mean, his Nomogon play was really bad. And the polymorph in his hand, although it did hit a Sea Giant, it was more of a self-fulfilling prophecy where he held a hard removal for something huge, and then let us get to that point where we can actually play something huge safely. So if you rush someone down, like if you have a faster mage deck, you won't have that problem where you have a Sea Giant in your face, right?
Okay, so
yeah, I mean, yeah. Also, probably not the strongest player. So yeah, you see this a lot with mages. Sometimes mages are like the easiest matchup because they have like really greedy decks, and it's really easy to play around their class cards if you have the right cards to do it with. And then the mage just kind of feels helpless.
Alright.
And you see this on stream a lot where I kind of just like push through the Flame Strike, and then it's like even if they Flame Strike, they die next turn. Right.
I think I keep the 2 and the 3, but I don't know about Consecrate. I think I probably keep the Consecrate too.
You want to keep the Consecrate?
Yeah.
So if we keep this 2 and 3, it kind of looks like we would at least trade 2 for 2 and then our 3 for their 3. And then we would have to expect him to play double 2-drop that dies to Consecration on 4.
Oh.
Right. So we'd be better off with 2 more 2-drops or a 4-drop. So I would probably get rid of it.
Okay.
Nice, now we have options.
Huh. I think Knife Juggler.
Yeah. The Shield Mini doesn't do so well against that Zombie Chow and Ping.
It sucks, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's hard to make shield a mini, like deny shield a mini, right? But Zombie Chow does it.
Okay, between Shield Minibot and Emperor Cobra,
Hmm.
I think Shield Minibot, so it just lives. Actually,
Yeah.
no, he can just ping it, but he makes, then he still spend 2 mana.
Exactly, and then we get initiative back, right?
Yeah.
So he pings, trades, and then on 4 we have this empty board Silvermoon Guardian. And then he likely plays a 2-drop with ping on 4, right?
Mm.
And then we Stormwind Knight into it. Oh my goodness.
What the?
That's really bad. That's really
Okay.
bad.
As if I could see that. Well, good thing he didn't save it and I play Silvermoon Guardian.
I don't think there's a. It's very good.
I think Stormwind Knight. And I can kill the fairy dragon with it.
Stormwind Knight, we kill the Fairy Dragon, and then we still can't deal with that 6/6. This is
I
gonna
don't
be
see
a-
any way of dealing with it.
I mean, if we traded our 2/2 for his 3/2 and then Emperor Cobra out,
Oh yeah, I
it
would.
might trade with it. And then it'd be his 4-drop up against our Silverhand Knight. That's if he doesn't have removal, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's probably the strongest play. I don't hate the Stormwind Knight play,
Okay.
but I
I'll
think
go.
getting rid of that ASAP is important. Oh wow, that's good. It's even better because he probably isn't going to trade the 6/6 for the 2/3, so we can even Argent Protector if he gets greedy, and he did.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, greedy.
And Silverhand Knight then.
Well, we can Argent Protector to kill it for free, right, and preserve our Emperor Cobra, because we have a read that with his first 5 cards in hand, he doesn't have a Frostbolt or a Flame Cannon, and likely doesn't have a Polymorph or Fireball. It depends on how greedy he is, really. But
Okay.
if he is a good player, then he would realize that playing the Fireball or Polymorph is like playing a 4-mana 6/6, since it saves his 6/6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know he doesn't have single target removal if he's good. So I think we want to keep the Ember Cobra on board.
Okay, so you want to do Argent Protector and Hero Power?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Take this one a little bit slow. Because we're not. It's hard to win when you don't have tempo on a mage with tempo.
Mm.
Okay. Nice, and this is perfect.
Awesome.
And we actually even get to play the Sea Giant on this turn.
Yeah. So Cobra into 4/6, and then Sea Giant.
Yes, but not in that order, right?
Oh right, Sea Giant first. Yes.
Mhm. So yeah, this guy's greed is killing him. My goodness. It's like that initiative was so important for us to have, and you can kind of tell the strength of a player. Usually, if like higher up in the wins, people love to clear Paladin's boards just because it is Paladin, and you know even with the 1/1 and 8 mana, all of a sudden you have a 9/9 charge, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So. Okay. So. Now we can like guarantee, say he doesn't have polymorph, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he has Flame Strike.
Even if he had Flame Strike though, he can't clear the Sea Giant, right?
Yeah, you can't clear the Sea Giant. I'm just thinking of what to put on the board. Like, I think Silvermoon Guardian for sure.
Okay.
And I'm debating between Ogre Brood and Hero Powering.
So here I would actually press on the gas. So let's look at the board. If we do 10-11 to his face, he's at 16, right?
Yep.
He's at 16. If he flame strikes to clear most of the board with the Ogre Brood on it, then we still have 8 plus 3. And if he trades his Shaded Axe for the 3/3, we have an 8/4, and that's 8 more. He's at 8. And we have 2/3 in our hand with Muster and Stormwind Knight, so he's at 5. Right now he's at 27, but he's really at 5 if we go with that play.
Okay.
Yeah, so we want to press the gas here. Silvermoon Guardian Ogre Brood, and just, you know,
Okay.
he's in a tough
So we're
spot.
guarding in an Ogre Brood then.
So we only slow down if, let me see how I can word this. You only want to slow down if after the Flame Strike, you're in trouble. So it doesn't matter if he loses with like 20 cards on us, right? Well, that's not impossible, but it doesn't matter if he loses with 5 more cards on us.
Okay.
Is the idea there.
Alright.
This is a little bit more scary. Blizzard is always a little bit more scary, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. It saved him quite a bit of damage.
Mhm.
Lethal
And-
action. Oh, almost.
So there's a big difference between playing before your opponent's turn 8 and 9 against Mage. So next turn he doesn't have the Flame Strike ping, right?
Okay, yeah. What would he ping though? And Flame Strike? Or are you considering like my hand?
I'm considering like what we should play here.
Okay.
So I mean, what is your first impulse?
My first impulse is muster for battle and get rid of the shield.
Mm-hmm. And what
And
else?
I guess Spectral Knight.
Yeah, I like it. That means that he can't clear the Spectral Knight, right?
Yeah.
This guy's had some pretty good answers with the Blood Knight and the Blizzard.
Yeah. Oh no.
So he still has to trade the 4/4 for the 8/2. If
Yeah.
he gets greedy here, he's going to be in trouble. Yeah, no greed. Okay.
Okay, so Stormwind Knight.
Okay, I mean, okay, so here I would actually like, what I like to do is every turn I kind of like think about what my win condition is, and
Okay.
he's gonna have 7 cards, right? He has 7 cards up against our 4. We're losing the card game, the card advantage game, and he's a mage and he hard counters us anyways. So I feel like now we're under the pressure of having to win quickly.
Okay.
So yeah, I would make the highest tempo play here.
Oh, wouldn't that just be Stormwind Knight and Silverhand Knight?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I know that's what you said, but it's just something to
Okay.
think about.
That's true. I never thought of it that way. But
And it's always, you really want to, I'd even strike at his face with Muster, probably.
I think I strike most of the time with Vice Justice. It's just such a weak weapon.
Yeah. And so, I mean, if he has another Flame Strike, it's game over, but this matchup, we're not in a great spot anyways. So we wouldn't end up winning by playing slow, right? With
Yeah.
Silverhand Knight in our hand. It's just a
Okay.
matter of time until he Flame Strikes it.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I can still win though.
Nah, I don't know either, but we can almost guarantee 4 damage to his face. So even though we got hit by the Flame Strike there, that was our chance to win, right? Because playing
Yeah.
slow, we're not going to win with this curve
Mm.
and against our worst matchup.
What the? Okay, that's not too.
Yeah,
not
it's not bad. It's just, we're getting hit by every single tech card this guy has.
Yeah, what
Must
the
be
heck?
nice.
Hmm,
Ooh,
that could be good.
could be.
I think I play it and use the ooze to hit the Stormwind champion, and then trade 3/2 for the 4/1.
Why would you want to ooze into the 4/1 or ooze into the 6/6?
Cause then my Panther hopefully lives and trades up with it.
So if we trade the Jungle Panther for the Storm Champion, he still has five cards on us, right?
Okay.
We're not going to win from a 5 card disadvantage, especially this low in health.
Oh.
So here I would actually plan to draw into an out to win. So we know that he has lethal on board now. He has 17 damage. So we have to play a little bit more risky. So
Okay.
what are our outs? We have Blessing and Might. We have 3/7. Jungle Panther is kind of like guaranteed damage. So we have one out into 4 damage, which is Blessing of Kings. 1 in 16. I think that's pretty much our odds to win. So I would just trade the 2/3 into the 4/1, and then face him up with the 3/2, and then Jungle Panther. Because it's not very likely for us to win trying to trade after we take, 12, 13 damage, right?
Okay.
So it's not unlikely that he just wins here, but if he doesn't and we draw Blessing and Kings, that was probably our only way to actually win and not play to not lose. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad. I think that's the only card that can get us out.
Yeah. 1 out of 16. It's not a very good chance. But it is a chance.
Oh.
Well, we tried.
Yeah.
I think we played well. It's just when you get hit by like everything, especially that blizzard. That blizzard probably hurt more than the Blood Knight.
Yeah. That's rough. Whatever.
Yeah. So what are you doing for work?
Oh, I'm actually a researcher.
Okay.
I work in a pharmacy lab, and I'm looking for prostate cancer cure.
Oh, okay. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
You're doing important work.
Thanks.
And
I'm
here I
slow.
am just playing Hearthstone. Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's fun too.
Oh, it's fun. Okay, that's good. It's important.
Do I keep Outdoor Peacekeeper?
I would say no. I kind of even as player 2, I try to stay away from keeping double 3. I think it's so much stronger, especially as Paladin, where we have pretty solid 2-drops to try to draw into the 2s. So I would keep Ogre Brute in case we don't draw into like any early game, but I would toss the rest.
Normally, I would have kept the 3, because I could coin a 3 and then play a 3.
Yeah. I mean, I find it to be stronger to just try to draw into the double 2. That way we can coin out a 2 on 1 and then play a 2 and then play a 3.
Okay.
Get that early start. Because, I mean, once again, Paladin relies on that momentum, right?
I think I coin out the Ogre Brute.
So here, since Mage has Flame Cannon, he could counter our turn 3 play here, right? If we play Scarlet Crusader on this turn, then it's a little bit harder for him to deal with. He doesn't want to use removal on it, so he's going to ping it, right? So if he pings on 3, since he didn't play a 1-drop on his turn 1, it's not likely that he develops more after the ping. So he pings, passes, and then we get a 1-for-1, and then we get board initiative, right?
That's true. Alright.
It's always try to look at the game for kind of like, what would my opponent do, and then is that bad, or is that like, does that put him in a weird spot?
Okay. Okay, so he didn't have removal, or he didn't want to ping because he had that. Uh, I kind of want to get rid of the 4/4 first,
Why is that?
so I can draw the card.
Hmm.
Um, Other than that, I could play Ogre Brute and kill his 2/3.
So if we play Ogre Brute and kill his 2/3, he can kill our 3/1 and have a 4/1, and it would still trade with the Ogre Brute, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not really that strong of a position to be in. And since we know that he has Water Elemental next turn, I think I would set up the Echoing Ooze with the Blessing of Might combo and kill the 2/3. If he kills the 4/4, yes, he can still kill the 4/4 with the 3/1, but now we have an answer to Water Elemental, and we're developing more. So it's not like we have a 4/4 up against his 4/1 Dancing Swords anymore. It's we have a 4/2 and a 4/2 up against his 4/1.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Mm. Ratsmah is going to coach Jason so well, they go 12 wins, and then Jason feels so happy he goes and cures prostate cancer. The dream. Dream, yeah. Guys.
That's the dream.
Wow, are we getting hit by another cone?
That'd be a pretty good cone, I think.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. He can ping one. I mean, it's kind of like a 1-for-1. Wow, that order. That order.
Yeah, shouldn't he have?
Oh, I
like...
see. Mm-mm.
Oh.
I mean, this is a slightly greedier play. Whoa, now I don't like his play. I liked it until he did that. He could have been in such a strong position. So he's pretty much saying you can't kill this 4/4.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I think definitely our abusive sergeant.
Yeah, that's what I would start with, just in case we draw into another 3-drop that we want to play instead.
Yeah, and you would play Ogre Brute then, right?
Well, we want to kill it first and draw the card,
kill
right?
it. Let's see what we. Still Ogre Brute.
So we know that he's going to play a 5-drop with 6 health, and if we play Ogre Brute, then we have 6 damage on the board. It's good. I like it.
So for every turn, do you have like a baseline damage you want to reach, so then you can trade with his minion, or?
It's not. Sometimes you don't have the option to set up damage, but if you have multiple choices from your hand that you can play, I try to make the strongest play in terms of reach, because that's really what gets you board control, is reach on the board and removing your opponent's next play.
Okay.
$3. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Go ahead with your play first.
I'm debating between Cult Master or Spectral Knight.
Okay.
I think Spectral Knight is the better one. I think Cult Master might be too greedy.
Yeah, I agree. He has 3 cards, right?
Yeah.
We have a lot more than him. Right now we need board control.
Son of a...
Hit the egg. Oh. Ooh.
Oh. Sorry, wait, what did you want to do instead?
So, I think I would have ran the abusive into the Yeti, because now I can kill the Ogre Brute and then ping the 2/1, and then all of a sudden we don't have a way to deal with that Yeti, right?
Okay.
So $3 from Hipster. He says, "Hey Ratsmah, I'm a mod over at Risen's channel. I posed a puzzle for him. If you can solve it within 15 days, you'll get the bounty. Good luck. Chat can help." Check it out, man. Thanks for the tip. Yeah. Do you see the 2/1 not going to the 4/1? Now we're kind of in a ugly spot, right?
Yeah, it actually turned pretty ugly.
So I mean, what would your play be here?
I'm thinking maybe Sea Giant, but then it only gets he can kill it with the 4-1 and the 2-1, unless I kill it with the Ogre Brute.
Yeah, we're not really concerned with maximizing value on each card. Right now, we just want to grab the board since we want to be able to control the game.
Okay.
Cult Master is a dead card until we do control the game. So here, I would actually start with the Shielded Mini.
Okay.
I would Shielded Mini and then Sea Giant. That way we can get more presence on the board. And I would even, honestly, I might try to run the 4-4 into the 4-1 here. Unfortunate.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
his face.
So the reason for that trade is because of Flame Strike, right? If he Flame Strikes and we don't trade there, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
He trades the 4-1 for the Sea Giant.
Yeah, this is what Ogre Brute pisses me off. I guess I could try again.
So now now it's a little bit different, right? We can make a different trade to try to prevent disaster, I guess. We don't. The worst target would be the Spider and this Violet Teacher, especially the Violet Teacher. So if the Ogre Brute hits the Violet Teacher, it really doesn't do anything. It just takes 3 damage for free, right?
Yeah.
So I would take out the Violet Teacher with the Sea Giant to prevent that.
True. Okay.
And now we can try.
All right.
Okay.
What the heck?
All right, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not bad. The second best.
Mm-hmm.
Now I would try healing my Sea Giant. And I guess Cobra or Mini Bot. But I think Earth and Rain Fire Seal for sure. I don't think he can burst me down, to be honest, because I don't think he has a Fireball.
Yeah, I mean, even with Fireball, he has 5, 6, 12, right?
Yeah.
I'm okay with Earthen Ring, Shielded Mini, and Hero Power. Or I'm sorry, I'm okay with. Let's play Emperor Cobra instead, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the cards. We just have to not die and not lose board control in this spot. So this is really tempting, even if he has like a Pyroblast in hand. It's really tempting for him to trade the 4-1 into the 2-3, right?
Okay.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I wonder why he's thinking about paying the Cobra.
He's thinking about running the Spider plus the Hero Power. I always like to watch. A lot of players, they give tells on what their play is, and it gives tells on what their hand is by how they look at the board.
So what do you think he's holding then?
He probably had some burst. Okay, well, what would your play be here?
Sea Giant into 3-2, then 3-3 into 1-1, and try again with the Ogre Brute.
I would probably start with the Cold Master, and I don't wanna waste 8 damage here. So he's holding that card. He didn't have Fireball lethal last turn. He was 1 off with the Shatter Sun buff, so he might have Fireball, but also more importantly, he might have Pyroblast, right? If we hit him in the face with 8 this turn, we can put up enough damage on the board to kill him before he even has 10 mana.
Oh.
So here I would try the 4-3 into the 4-1 because it's good if it hits either the 4-1 or the 3-2. Okay. Okay. So
Same plan, or?
so I mean, now we have to trade the 3-3 into the 4-1, right?
Okay.
And if we can get a freeze trap or a taunt trap, it would be good. So there's freeze. Now we can freeze and play the shield mini.
And face.
Yes. So he has 6, 7, 8, 9. Once again, he's one off. He needs the same amount of damage he needed last turn for lethal with Fireball, right?
Okay.
So if he couldn't kill us, he needs to have top deck and answer here to kill us.
Okay, I think Mini bought into the taunt. And I want to try Ogre Brute into his face to play around Vaporize.
So, okay. If it is Vaporize, we can't... Let's say that he has Power Blast and we lose if we don't kill him this turn, right? There's Ice Barrier and Vaporize that matters. Okay. So in the case of Ice Barrier, we can't kill him no matter what. So the only thing we need to think about is what do we do if it's Vaporized. So if we go with the 2-2 and the 3-2, then we have a 50-50 at winning the game, right? If it misses... No, stop.
Oh, sorry.
So if it misses, then we lose. But if we go with the Ogre Brute now, we have the 50% that'll hit, and then we run the 2-2 into the Vaporize, and then we hit, plus the chance that it misses, and then 25% on top of that it hits the face, right? So the Ogre would eat the Vaporize. So we want to attack the 3-2 with the Boulder Fist Ogre to increase our chances of winning here.
Okay, so 3-2 into taunt.
Yep. So it can hit face or Shattered Sun. Okay, then we win. Yep. Dark Iron Dwarf.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah.
Because it had two good targets there. Either the Shattered or his face.
There's a lot of probabilities to consider. Nice.
We were in a really dangerous spot for a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of didn't want to know what was in his hand.
Yeah. So with things like the Dragon Egg, it's better not to trigger it. Same thing with secrets, right? Things that don't actively do something, since he can't attack with a Dragon Egg unless he has a board buff. But he would have to ping it, and then he gets a 2-1, and then on his next turn, he could attack with a 2-1. So we want that whole the time that it takes for him to attack with a 2-1 to happen. We don't want him to get to attack with a 2-1 on his turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would toss the Dark Iron and the Peacekeeper.
Since we know, one thing we know about our deck is that we don't have very many good 4-drops, especially good 4-drops.
Okay.
We have Blessing of Kings, Silver Moon Guardian, Stormwind Knight, and Dark Iron Dwarf, correct?
Yes.
So I would maybe consider keeping the Dark Iron. I believe we have 5 2s to draw into, so it's not a terrible chance to draw into it. Plus hero power with Scarlet Crusader against a Paladin is not so bad since they play a lot of Divine Shields. So I would take the risk. Scarlet Crusader usually perseveres, and you will have a target for Dark Iron Dwarf. And since we're player 1, it does play around his chance to coin out a 4-drop and counters that.
Okay. How many 2-drops would you consider enough in a arena deck?
I mean, it depends on what class you're playing.
How about for Paladin then?
For Paladin, I would probably prefer like 7-8, just because I think the early board control is so important, and having early board control will get you value. So you don't need a heavier deck to get you value, like heavier cards do. You let your ability to trade it because you have board control to get you value.
Okay.
So I would say like 6, 7, 8.
All right.
Powering up. Portals online.
I hope it's Repentance, and then I just play Scarlet Crusader.
I mean, there's the first check that we can do, right?
Oh, you mean hit first, or?
Yeah, it hit his face, and then check for Noble Sack. Okay.
And then Scarlet Crusader?
Yes. So, I mean, it's not Repentance, Eye for an Eye, or Noble Sack, so it's either Avenge or Redemption, and most likely it's going to be Avenge.
Yeah. 20 out of 4 draw.
Okay.
What the heck?
Ooh.
Is that really a good 4 to coin out?
Well, so the way he's looking at it is he gets the +3/+2 if we trade for the 2/2. So you want to look at it from how he thinks we're going to make the trades.
Oh,
so if
true.
he expects that, he wants the 5/6, right?
Yeah, okay.
So what would your play here be?
I'm actually a little bit worried about how to deal with his Avenge.
Okay.
Well met.
Actually, oh, okay. Okay. I can use the Scarlet Crusader to hit the 2/4 and then play Consecrate.
Okay, so let's say that we did that, then he would have nothing on the board. We'd have 3/1 without a Divine Shield. He'd still have the Avenge Secret up, and then he plays his 4-drop. It's not
so you
bad
wanna-
because we can
okay.
probably clear it with Dark Iron, but then at a point we're gonna have a Dark Iron up against his 5-drop that comes out, and then we're not in such a pretty spot. I think here.
My other play would be Dark Iron Dwarf and kill 2/4.
I think I would Storm and Knight into the 2/4 and then 3/1.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. So this way, the buffed up minion has less health, right? Instead of just
Yeah.
killing the 2/2. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 5/4 instead of a 5/6.
Okay.
Also, by not having the Dark Iron Dwarf out, we avoid getting True Silvered on his turn 4, right?
Uh-huh.
And also we avoid getting Argent Protectored as well, right?
Oh, alright.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a bad Consecrate target either, but I think probably Dark Iron Dwarf.
So I mean, you could Dark Iron, but once again, we run the risk of him not only playing True Silver and Argent Protector now, but also Bomb Lobber. So I think I would just Consecration.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never want to be in a spot where you're the one playing from behind and letting your opponent make the trade for like his 4/4 for your 4/4, because you never know when Argent Protector will come and get him the trade for free.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Silverhand Knight. Because it trades with his 2 minions, but
Yeah, but he's gonna be the one making the trade, right? So he's
Yeah.
probably gonna do 3/4 into 2/2, and then we're not in such a great spot anymore.
okay.
So here we probably want to play Spectral Knight. It's more likely
Oh.
to trade with both.
Yeah.
I think two likely things that comes from him are, Argent Protector on the 3/4. He'll have a 3/4 and a 2/2 plus a 4-drop, or you want to have a True Silver out or a Blessing of Kings onto the 3/4 to make it 7/8 to kill for free.
Okay.
But we are playing from behind, and it's going to be a little bit tough. He needs to get a little bit greedy and hit face and let us make trades.
I always thought that's a pretty cool card.
Reporting for duty.
Okay.
So my impulse is Dark Iron
Mm-hmm.
and kill the dragon, and play Jungle Panther.
I like killing the dragon. So once again, with the whole initiative trade thing,
Oh, sorry, I mean
the
heal. Yeah.
yes, there you go. What I try to avoid is so let's say that Argent Protector is the Paladin version of like removal, like Fireball, right? Because it is. It's a fireball that grows with your opponent's board or your board if you're Paladin and you have the Arch Protector. So his free 5 damage would only be free 5 damage if he has the Hungry Dragon out. But now he can only do it on 3, so he can save a 3/2 instead of a 5/6. So you always want to deal with the biggest guy first with Paladin.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really good thing to heal it up. Nearly cleared his board. But then this ogre,
Ooh, so close.
yeah, is out of reach. At this point, do you think it's better to flood the board with minions?
Yeah, when your opponent plays one big guy, you can take advantage of that by not giving you good trades. Like if we play Guardian of Kings, right?
Yeah.
He just kills it for free. That's a really good trade for him. But if we
Yeah.
do the opposite of that and just like 5/3, it's hard for him to. Even if we get Argent Protector, it's not as bad since we have the Abusive Sergeant and the Cult Master that'll help us get back on the board.
So in that case, I think Silverhand Knight and Jungle Panther.
Yep, love it. Love it, love it. Hey, what's up, Nadia? We are doing a coaching session right now.
Is that Dear Nadia?
Mm-hmm. Are you a fan?
I watched her a couple times.
You should be. She's a pretty cool streamer. Okay. So we definitely want to draw here, right? This may be our only chance to actually get a card to draw.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of how we draw and
Yeah.
how we trade first and what our first draw is. And that depends on our instant effect cards, right? So what cards have an instant effect that would change our plan? We used the Storm and Knight already, and Argent Commander would cost 6, so we can't play Cult Master into Argent Commander.
Okay.
Besides that, the only instant effect card I can think of would be Blessing of Might plus the Blessing of Kings. So if we
Yeah.
get Blessing of Kings or Blessing of Might, does our plan change here midway through trading?
It would. I think it would change. Yeah, instead of I was thinking Cult Master and then Jungle Panther into 6/3, and if I draw any of those buffs, I would use that instead of the Abusive Sergeant for the reach.
Okay, then let's start with the Jungle Panther with the Cult Master.
Nope. In that case, I would use the Abusive
I
Sergeant.
think I would double trade here just to draw 2 more. I mean, they're free cards, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and now you can 2/3. Puddle Stomp, Amber Cobra, I'll just throw them out. Just make sure you get them out. Yep.
Oh crap! No, I missed that one.
Okay. So, I mean, when we have the Cold Master out, you just draw and then... We have the card advantage, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What would your play be here?
Deciding between flooding and or playing the Guardian of Kings.
So, I mean, what I like to... So this turn, it's not very clear what the best play is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would try to clear my opponent's board as much as possible.
Okay.
So, I mean, to do that, we could get the free kill. So we want to preserve our board and remove our opponent's board. So usually a good trade would be the 3-2 into the 1-1.
Okay.
But since we have the muster for battle and we have the Shattered Sun, we could Shattered Sun, and then kill the Rivercroc for free, muster for battle, and then play Emperor Cobra, or we can slow down and play Hero Power. I think I'd probably play the Emperor Cobra, because even if he consecrations, the Emperor Cobra doesn't die, right? And if we Hero Power, it would die and our whole board would be gone. So it would at least take his charge of his True Silver.
Oh, like you said.
So whenever you do you play chess at all?
I've played a bit, not a lot.
Okay, so I mean, so once you have like a advantage, right? Like once you have like a piece advantage, right? What you try to do is you try to simplify the board, right? Because you're already in a winning position. If you just trade 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1, you will win. You do the same thing in Hearthstone. Once you have a card advantage, you want to go 1 for 1 as quickly as possible. That's the keyword, quickly. That way, it's going to be 3 cards against 0 or 3 cards against 1, as opposed to 8 cards against 5. Because 5 cards, when used correctly, can take down those 8, right?
Alright.
So that's kind of why we...
Yeah, actually I don't know what to play here. I think Guardian Kings and Ogre Brute then. Well, except the thing is the Jungle Panther kills the Ogre Brute.
That's fine.
You think that's fine?
Yeah, it's a 3-drop trading for a 3-drop. Plus, once again, it simplifies his board. Now he can play one thing off the board, right? His hero power is cancelled by our hero power. He has one chance to play something that's bigger than a 5/6 with a Blessing of Kings and an Abuse Sergeant backing it up.
Okay. Yeah, and at least we still get the initiative.
Yep, exactly.
And I can even buff it.
Bam.
Yeah, I can definitely buff it.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay. So what's your play?
If I Blessing of Kings, would I be able to play the Sea Giant too? Or if I... No, I don't think I can.
Yeah. Because it doesn't add a minion to the board.
I think just Blessing of Kings.
Okay. Blessing of King's hero power?
Yeah.
Okay. Like it. And then, do you want to run your face into the 3-2 and play a 1-1?
Yeah. That's a good idea, I think. So make a guy and then run my face into it.
So, I mean, he's in a spot where he can't deal with the 9-4. He can make it a 9-1, right? But this is just like fast and furious. It doesn't matter if you win by a minute or an inch. Winning is winning, right? So even if it's 9-1, it's a 9-1. And we will win with this 9-1 because we had initiative and we were the one that had the Blessing of Kings trade.
Yeah.
Like if he has a Blessing of Kings in hand, that's such a sad position for him because he has to Blessing of Kings 7-5 and then trade. And then we traded our Guardian Kings plus Blessing of Kings for his Guardian Kings plus Blessing of Kings and his Shattered Sun.
And he got a shield too.
Comparing a minute with an inch. Should have said second, but... Alright, what's your play here?
I think I can make a guy and play Sea Giant and play Abusive Sergeant and Hand of Protection all in this turn. Is that true? Yeah.
You can, and I would. So you want to Abuse Sergeant the 1-1, right?
Yes, to kill a 3/3 and hand of protection to protect the 9/1.
Yep, and then hit the 2/5 with it, right?
Yep.
So we're not going to make the mistake he did. We're not going to give him initiative. So we don't want, even if it looks like we're wasting 9 damage on that, it's really important to kill it, just because it's too good for counterplay.
Would you keep the weapon?
I would. Because if we use the weapon, we have to trade a 1/1, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, we simplified the position, and now it's our 8/6. We're still winning.
Reporting for duty.
A minute or an inch. I'm not saying that. Oh, so you did have that Blessing of Kings. That's kind of funny,
Huh.
right?
Yeah.
So it made a huge difference. Okay.
In this case, where he's top decking, I think it'd be more appropriate than when he has hands, has a hand to go for his face.
I think this is when it's the least appropriate, because that's the
good.
only way he comes back. So if we trade here, he needs to draw into something with an instant effect that doesn't die to our shielded mini bot plus hero power plus 1 attack weapon for him to actually deal with the sea giant, right? Those are a lot of requirements for his next card, and most likely it won't reach those requirements. He needs to draw into something like a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a bigger drop, right?
Okay.
Or removal. So we don't want to activate his Blessing of Kings or anything like that, or any kind of buff that he might have.
Reporting for duty.
A minute or an inch, guys. I knew it was like an M.
Reporting for duty.
A mile or an inch. That was a quote. Screwed up. Okay. So, I mean, what's your play?
I think I can just hold the Aldar Peacekeeper and use my weapon to kill his 1/1, and my 2/2 into the 4/3 and 1/1 to the 4/3.
Hero power.
Oh yeah, and hero power.
So why would you hold the Eldor?
If the only Aldor target here is the 4/3, it doesn't really save my 2/2 or 1/1. I mean, my 2/2 is still alive
And what would you Aldor next turn?
in case he has something big.
So if you have something big, you would Aldor it and then leave it alive, or you would Aldor it and trade? Because the Sea Giant dies no matter what, right? Because it has 1 health.
Oh,
I think I might just play it for tempo.
okay.
Just as a 3 mana 3/3. But yeah, the trades are correct.
That's a good point.
So yeah, if it was an 8/2 Sea Giant, I would say it's worth it. But so yeah, remember those requirements we were talking about for the next card? He didn't reach those requirements, so he took damage, right?
Yeah.
And this is when we cash in.
Yeah, in this case, it was good to play the 3/3, even though we won. But are you still in school?
No, actually, I graduated in December, 5 months ago.
Oh, okay. What'd you study?
Business management.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I was just interested because you seem to have like a pretty good mathematical background. Like I don't know, like you just consider the probability more than yeah.
That's just kind of how like my brain thinks. I wouldn't say that's like hard math at all.
Yeah, it's not hard math at all,
Yeah.
but it's just quite logical. So I think I would keep this hand.
You know what? I agree with you. So we don't need 2/3 drops, but this gives us options for Muster or Scarlet, and they do pretty different things. So depending on which one's better, we could play on a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just lost $6,000 on an online casino. Dude, why?
You?
No, I'm just reading chat.
Oh.
That's ridiculous. Honest.
Two drop.
Yep, I agree. I mean, looking at this hand, it looks like we're gonna win.
Yeah.
Muster for battle plus the Dark Iron is a little bit too fast. Like, if you can guarantee a Dark Iron Dwarf hit, okay, that's the one.
Oh man. I'm thinking muster for battle, so that I can kill the 2/4, and I would still have a 1/1 to Blessing on Kings next turn.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because if we play Scarlet, he just hits and then he has a bunch of 1 health guys. This way we can muster for battle and actually hit him this turn and hit him next turn as well.
Yeah. And you would trade too, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I think I would 3-2 into the, well, I guess we can kill it. It's greedy. I was thinking 3-2 into the 2-1 and then our face into the 1-1 that spawns, but if he has a Earthen, that'd really suck. So, yeah, let's not be greedy. Just kill it. It's 1 extra damage on face. It's not worth risking Earthen Ring, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just kill it then.
Yeah. Because the way I'm looking at the board is, it looks like his 2-1 or 1-1 will trade with a 1-1, right?
Yeah.
But we can try to get him to trade it with a 1-1 instead of our face, but that's so stupid greedy. Oh my god.
So many imps.
So he is, yeah.
Wait, what the hell? There's 2 different imps.
Yeah. The new ones look like they're kind of like coked out. They're really skinny. Some drugs.
Yeah.
And then the old one is like more boozed out, just like chilling. But what's your play here?
Blessing on Kings, use my weapon to kill his imp.
Sure, I like it.
And kill the imp master too, right?
Mm-hmm. So there's always like something that you should watch out for each class, right? With Paladins, we know that we don't want them to have initiative.
Okay.
With Warlocks, watch out for the small guys. The small guys are easy for your opponent to activate Power Overwhelming plus Shadow Flame, or just like Power Overwhelming and trade up. So
Yeah.
you want to be careful.
Okay. So I think Argent Protector for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And as for my 3-drop, probably Ogre Brute.
Well, okay, so let's Argent Protector first.
Okay.
And then kill it, and then we have 5-1-2. That's 6-8 damage. We know his 5-drop's gonna have 6 health, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so
So-
you're saying this is enough?
Well, I'm saying it's good enough, but what is the most likely play he makes? He's gonna play something like a 4-6 or a 7-6, or he might play Silverhand Knight. That's pretty much his 2 options, or he plays something smaller, and that's even easier to deal with, right?
Oh.
I would Scarlet Crusader here. That way we can Dark Iron Dwarf, and then use our face onto Scarlet, and then we'd have a 3-1, 5-4, 2-2, 4-4.
Okay.
Yep, and I wouldn't swing. Perfect. So, yeah. So sometimes it's just about kind of anticipating plays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the classic 5-drop, right? Something with 6
Yeah.
health.
Yeah. So Knife Juggler? Would you play Knife Juggler over making a guy?
So on turn 6, he might have like a Dread Infernal. What else would he use for removal? Hellfire wouldn't remove the 5-4, and wouldn't remove the Dark Iron. Sure, we can develop more. It's always like once you get to a point where you're not only countering your opponent's next turn, but you're going over that. That's when you start playing around AOE, right?
Mm.
You never play around AOE when you're behind and you can't deal with your opponent's next play, because that's not board control.
Mm.
But yeah, this is, once again, Hellfire doesn't do it, so we're fine. And Dread Infernal is not that scary here.
Yeah. That's Soulfire? Oh, Darkball. Okay, so I'm thinking between either using my 5/4
Mm-hmm.
to kill a taunt, or use my weapon in the Dark Iron Dwarf to kill it.
I mean, I think either one is fine. Once again, he might have Dread Infernal if we trade the 5 for him, but then we're going to develop more. And then if he Dread Infernals, we're going to have 7, 9, 10. He's going to be at 11. We should have lethal set up with 9 plus 4 plus 2.
Okay, I think I prefer the Dark Iron and the weapon.
Oh, so I mean, I think the choice is really between 3-1 and 2-2.
Oh, 3-1 and 2-2. Oh,
Or
okay.
or 5-4. I think I would go with the 3-1, 2-2 and just develop Silverhand Knight Hero Power.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For
But
some reason, I don't consider that because I think it's bad value, but I can see why this is the better play.
I mean, I think it's close enough because I mean, either way, if as long as he can't remove with his AOE,
Yeah.
we're not gonna lose here, right? Well, he needs something like he needs a very unlikely answer. He needs like I don't know, Ogre Brute Shadow Flame or Magma Ranger Shadow Flame, or like 2-drop Power Overwhelming Shadow Flame,
Okay.
Spell Damage Hellfire.
Okay.
It's just not. I think your play was fine too. Since if he did play Dread Infernal and we had a 4-1 or a 5-1 out, we'd still win. Ratsmah looks extra cuddly today. Thank you, Cran Fran. I might just stream without my cam. But yeah, this is definitely like a harder deck to play since we don't have a lot of removal. There's not a lot of room for error.
Yeah.
So once we lose board control, it kind of gets out of control.
I think only keep the Scarlet Crusader.
Yeah, I agree.
I just pass.
Yeah, I would. I would consider hitting or playing the Abusive if we had a follow-up. So if we had another 3-drop or a 2-drop, I might play it just so we can have initiative. Because if the Hero Power is going to be playing from ahead or like
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't want to coin up the Scarlet Crusader because I don't have a 3-drop. So I just make a guy then, right?
It's a bad spot to be in. We drew pretty badly here.
Yeah.
What's your play?
Just Scarlet Crusader, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this is really bad.
Definitely, definitely, really, really bad. I think even coin Abusive here wouldn't have been bad. Because how does he trade, right? If he wants to use his hero power, the 2-1 trades with both of those things.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we should have played the Abusive.
Okay. Yeah, I might have. It would have helped a bit with the tempo or board control.
Yeah. Like here, it would have traded with his Abusive, right? Or he would have made a different play, and our Scarlet Crusader would have traded with his Panther.
Yeah.
Oh well, opportunity lost.
Yeah. Well, this is also shit, I think. Oh, actually, would you abuse a sergeant and Sing of Kings?
Probably not, because that's kind of like going all in on the fact that he doesn't have silence. And if he has
Yeah.
silence, it would just be game over.
That's true. They have to keep at the grow.
Hmm. Like, this isn't a great spot, but I don't think we're that desperate yet.
In that case, coin Silverhand Knight.
Yeah.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
For the king.
Wow. Wait, why did he make that trade? Oh, he wants to keep the
Yeah.
2-3 more healthy, right?
I suppose. I don't think that was the best way to do that. Okay.
Hmm.
What'd you
I'm
play here?
thinking, Ogre Brood and making a guy.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Like here, I wouldn't blame you for doing like a abusive or blessing, but I don't think that's necessary yet. He's not making like scary trades. Keeping those 1/1s alive against Paladin, especially us since we don't have consecration in hand, would have been a lot more scary. Playing around consecration.
I think here I would play Sea Giant.
Next turn we have 7. We want to play Knife Juggler Hero Power. So what we know is that he's probably going to do 5/5 into 4/4. It's going to be a 5/1, 3/1. So Knife Juggler, spamming the board with Knife Juggler is pretty good next turn.
Yeah.
Do we want to play the Abusive? Because that's the option we have, right, for free.
Oh.
We play the Abusive. It might trade with this 3/1. Also, it might trade with this 2/1, which would make our knives a little bit better as well.
Oh, okay.
In this spot where we're playing from behind, we don't really need the Abusive. Abusive with Sea Giant isn't going to help us kill something with 10 health because nothing's going to have 10 health, right? So I think we do play it.
Okay, Abusive and Sea Giant.
Mm-hmm. Ratsmah's hair looks a little too Guido today. I did get a... you laugh, but my I did get a haircut from a Hispanic guy. That may be why.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hero powers. That's good. That's probably preferred because he slows down, right?
Yeah.
So he could have gone the free kill with 2/3. We're gonna run the 8/8 into 2/3 anyways. Oh, into the 4/4 maybe.
Ready, sir.
It's not bad either.
Interesting.
I don't have enough things to, like little things to YOLO with the Knife Juggler, I don't think.
Yeah. We have a different play though.
Argent Commander?
Yeah, I would Argent Commander and Hand of Protection. I would actually clear the 5/1.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like using a hand protection as like an elven archer without the 1/1 body.
Yeah.
Plus losing 8 damage, right?
Yeah. And not getting a 1/1 body, and yeah, pretty much like it.
I mean, we finally have some kind of control over the board. If he plays Ironbark, what would you do in this spot?
Blessing of Kings. Yeah, almost no question. I think Blessing of Kings.
Is he gonna go face?
Oh no, he's not. Too bad the mana he gives me is kind of useless. Oh, it's actually not that bad.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, so actually I think Knife Juggler and Silverhand Knight is not that bad, and playing a guy.
Yeah,
'Cause
I like it.
Yeah, I think it gets his guys weak enough so that if they choose to trade, they might die in the process.
That way he can't get a free kill, right? By
Yeah.
killing a 2/2 or a 3/2.
Yeah.
Also, it sets up for 3 cards in hand where we have buffs and we don't have any minions on the board to use buffs, right? So yeah, gets our slow cards on the board and gets our support cards, or keeps our support cards in hand.
Ready, sir.
Oh my god, just kill the Stormwind Knight. How perfect would that be? Oh, it's pretty close.
Yeah. This is not bad either.
Hey, thank you, not a perv. Would you draft Arcane Golem? That's not a very good question. I mean, as long as you have to. I would say yes to that question about every single card in the game, because there's always a spot where it is the right thing to do. Is he playing slow again? Miss. Miss, miss, miss. Damn.
Oh,
That hitting face would have been so good.
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So I want to play Shattered Sunclair for sure.
Why? I mean, why for sure?
I think, actually no, I'm not even sure anymore. Probably Blessing of Kings for sure then.
So if the problem with Shattered Sun is that it's a 5/1 after it kills the Yeti, right?
Yeah.
He's just gonna hero power it. It could be good if we get a stealth or a taunt or a +1 health, which is almost like half, right? So I don't think it's a terrible play. So I mean, but if we, I might go with the Shattered and hope that we get one of those 3. Because it's actually really good if we do. Because then we have the 5/1 plus the 3 attack. He can't play Ironbark, right?
Okay.
Yep, I would go for the Shattered first and see what happens.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
And we get swap. Blessing then, or?
So we want to hero power.
Oh, yep.
And I would swap it and then Blessing. Swap it and then Blessing. Yep.
Oh,
Get it?
whoa, that was so close.
Oh, okay, good. As long as you, as long as you get it in time, right?
Oh man, these animations, they don't go fast enough.
Yeah. Interesting. He's gonna trade for the 3/2.
No. I'm a little bit afraid of him having lethal. So I would play Cult Master and trade 3/2 with the 4/2. See what I got.
So, I mean, we have the Echoing Ooze with the Blessing of Might in hand.
Yeah, that I was thinking that too.
So, I mean, if we trade the 3/2 and the 5/9 into 8/8, we could Cult Master Echoing Ooze and have the Blessing of Might on that. And since it's an Ogre Brute, it can't really, it might miss and hit an Echoing Ooze, we draw a card, right?
Oh, alright.
It's a play that loses to Starfall, but this game, no, it's a Starfall. Plus, it preserves our board and we get to draw off the Cult Master more effectively.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could make it an 8/9 and kill it, but it'd be an 8/1, right? I think you go either way, really. Let's go for your play. I like that. Just let him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's less risky. I don't know why I keep going for these slightly, slightly cool plays.
Alright, and then Ooze and Buffet, or?
Ooze. No. You want a Blessing of Might, the 5/9, and then
Okay.
yep, and then play the Ooze in Hero Power.
What? What? Did you see that? Oh.
So why didn't you kill the 8/8?
Oh, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I should have killed the 8/8. Oh, man.
Yeah. Looks like we just lost.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, we had to kill the 8/8 there.
Yeah, I had to kill the 8/8. Oh, I was thinking it. I don't know why I didn't do it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No big deal. I mean, it's just coaching, right? I mean, you coach to learn, not really to do really well in the coaching session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't think because I had like 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I think we would have won, maybe.
Yeah, I think so too. He didn't have any removal because he would have killed us on that turn if he had 2 damage in hand, right? And he wouldn't have played that War Golem if he had a taunt, in my opinion, because we were at 3 health. He could have played like anything and still had lethal. So I think most definitely we would have won if we traded there.
Oh yeah.
So I think maybe we should like try to move a little bit faster. So just tell me what you want to play early, faster, and then I'll give you my explanation. Or you can, I'll tell you what play to make, and then I'll tell you why, the reasoning behind it.
Okay. It's getting late. I'm starting to lose my mind.
Oh, it's okay, man.
So I'm just thinking about tossing these two, and probably keeping Sunclair.
So we don't have so Shattered Sun being a support 3, we don't want to keep it. We would rather get something like a Scarlet Crusader or an Ogre Brute as a 3 that would stabilize us on 3 in case we don't draw into our 2.
Okay.
So I would toss everything here.
For some reason, I was thinking it was viable to play a guy or make a guy and then buff it.
I mean, that's expecting for him to not trade, right? Since he's playing a Warlock, it's likely that he has an early curve and he would just clear our board and then we'd be playing a 3/2 on turn 3, which is usually not going to be strong enough. We are player 1 and it's a little bit better. If we're player 2, that definitely won't work.
Yeah. So, mini bot.
Yep.
And I guess depending on what he plays, Elder Peacekeeper. Actually,
that's good.
Earthen Ring, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, I would have played the Elder Peacekeeper, even if we didn't draw into this Earthen, I would have played it just as a 3/3, because we can't skip our turn with this deck.
Yeah.
Your magic shall not save
So I think 3/3 into 2/1,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably Emperor Cobra.
Okay, I mean it's either that or we can outdoor peacekeeper, right?
Oh yeah. For some reason I keep thinking Elder Peacekeeper belongs to minions with like 6 attack or something.
I mean, that's not a terrible way to think of it.
Yeah.
I think your play is fine too. I think it's close enough. I don't see a clear upside to not playing outdoor. So yeah, Emperor Cobra trade is good.
For the king!
Okay, I'm thinking Emperor Cobra into 2/2
Uh-huh.
and playing Subliminal Guardian.
Yeah, great. That leaves him with no good trades on the board.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. And we don't have to worry about this play is a little bit weak if it was next turn, right? Because he has Dread Inferno.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but it's not next turn, it's this turn. Did he? Hellfire? There.
Oh,
Interesting.
not bad. Okay, in this case I would play Aldor and Scarlet then.
Hmm. I mean, now the game is progressing slowly. A bonus of Outer Peacekeeper being played early is because it gets you a tempo advantage.
Okay.
Here it would slightly, just because it's a 3/3 and we can play a 3/3 on this turn.
Mm-hmm.
But better might be to Cult Master and Hero Power. So I don't really want to. So here's my thinking. I don't want to waste Outer Peacekeeper when we're at this point in the game.
Okay.
I think the game is progressing so slowly that we need to maximize value on cards now, not just on turns. So we're maximizing each card's value. And if we Elder Peacekeeper, let's say that we go with Scarlet Crusader Hero Power, right? Why not? Because if we Elder Peacekeeper and then hit something into something with Scarlet Crusader, it doesn't matter because it's the Scarlet Crusader, right? It doesn't matter how much damage it actually does.
Yeah.
But with this play, the Elder Peacekeeper kills that, and the Cold Master survives. Correct?
Yeah. True.
Mm-hmm.
And getting boss kind of annoying.
Yeah, but we kill it for free since we kept the outdoor, right?
Oh yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. And this is the whole point in doing this, and not playing the Scarlet.
And then Scarlet.
Well, we want to
Oh,
draw.
actually-
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, draw. Scarlet, and would you play Hand of Protection on the 4/1?
Yeah, I actually would. This Cult Master is our late game, right?
Yeah. We're running out of steam, I think. Oh my god.
So we did not get really unlucky.
That is not too bad.
Yeah, not terrible. Play 2 drop.
So would you run the 3/2 into it to draw a card?
Yeah, I would.
Oh, mustard.
Oh my goodness.
For that?
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh jeez. And then, oh my god.
Silver hand?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Wow, that top deck.
I was gonna say we consecration it. Would you have consecration in the 5/1?
Yeah, I was considering it.
Because then we
Or-
develop Puddle Stomp with Hero Power and we draw more, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So I always think it's important to count your damage. That way, especially at this point in the game where you're getting close to lethal, right?
Yeah. So I have 4, 8, 12, 15, 17.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Plus, not only is it looking for lethal, but you're also looking at reach. So you want to know how your potential damage. So with whatever minion play your opponent makes, you know how much damage you can deal and how effectively you can clear a board, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Sweet.
Nice.
Uther versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Justice demands retribution.
I think keep Jungle Panther.
So what we know is that we're playing against Paladin. He kept 3 and tossed 1. Jungle Panther doesn't do much to stabilize us on 3. It's kind of like keeping the Shattered Sun on 3, especially against Paladin who might have Shield the Mini. I think I would mulligan a little bit more aggressively here and just toss everything.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like we keep Jungle Panther. We kind of expect to lose if you play Shield the Mini. I mean, we don't have to trade down, but it's not going to be good. I would rather go for a 2-drop is what I'm trying to say.
That's true. I think any of these 3s, like the ones I have right now, are better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would think so. I would agree.
Reporting for duty.
Okay.
I'm not really sure which one's better between these two.
So he has 2 guys. They could both trade in and kill whatever 3-drop we play, right? It would be the same if he just double traded.
Yeah.
The one that's vulnerable is the Ogre Brute because of some things like Shattered Suns, right?
Mhm.
So if we don't want to get Shattered Sun, we should play the Scarlet Crusader here.
Okay.
Man, we gotta get, if we ever get muster for battle in our opening hand, we should just keep it. Like we've been struggling, like trying to grab the board back every single game.
Yeah. I think that's probably our best 3-drop.
I don't know why, we just don't draw into our 2s on turn 2. Pretty unlucky. Oh my god, he played right into Consecration.
It'd be nice if we have it. Come on. 1 in 24. Nope.
Okay.
I think Blessing of King.
Blessing King's face.
Yeah.
So he might have a Blessing of Kings, right?
Well, I mean, Blessing of King kill a 1/1. Break the shield. So if I killed a 1/1, he still has enough damage to kill it.
we don't want to really Blessing of Kings in this spot. He could Blessing of Kings back onto the 2/2 and kill our guy for free, right?
Okay.
And also True Silver would deal with it pretty easily. I think best here is to possibly go Silvermoon Guardian and think about what is better, to hit the 1/1 or the Divine Shield.
I think breaking the shield.
So I'm going to disagree because we have the Divine Shield out. I would kill the 1/1 because the 1/1 represents, the answer to the Divine Shield, right? So
right.
on this board, he can't actually kill the Silvermoon Guardian on board. But on the last board, he could actually, trade, and he'd have, he would deal with it.
Okay.
So this is more of a lateral move, and it guarantees that it better guarantees that we will have something to play back with Blessing of Kings or Dark Iron Dwarf.
Yeah, that's true.
Ideally, he would play like a Yeti here and hit face with both of those, then we get Dark Iron, and then pretty much win.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa.
Shield for shield action.
Actually, isn't that better? Well, I mean, it's weak to Consecrate, but...
No, I like his play.
Yeah, I like his play. Okay.
Okay. So what's the plan here?
I think Silverhand Knight.
Yeah. He deals with it pretty easily, right? But
Yeah.
no choice. Gotta get rid of that True Silver charge.
He'll be left with the 2/2. And whatever 5-drop he plays. Oh my god.
Pretty crazy. And once again, we're playing a deck with not very much comeback mechanisms. We have the Consecration and Argent Commander. So it's gonna be a little bit tough. I think we're doing fine.
Would you shield Minibot and Blessing King?
You could. I mean, whenever you make a play like that, it is really a strong play, but at the same time, it's very vulnerable, right?
Yeah, it is. It's just I don't see the other plays in my hand that good. Are that good?
I think that's fine. I also think Shield of Minibot plus Blessing of Might and Ogre Brute is fine. We have a 5/2 Divine Shield with Ogre Brute, right?
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I think either one is good.
Yeah, I think the Blessing of Might one is safer against the silence.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll just do
Less
that.
of an investment.
Yeah.
Hey, good night, never FTK. Must be nice.
Damn. He was like my dream Paladin there. If I do Emperor Cobra, at least I get the charge out and kill his 3/5 with Blessing of King Many.
I mean, we don't really have an alternative play. Because
Yeah.
the alternative would be what, Dark Iron on an empty board and he kills it with the True Silver.
Yeah.
And then he has 3/5. He could even do 3/5 plus 1/1 into the Dark Iron, and then we would have no way to deal with the 3/1. It's just unlucky that we haven't been drawing into our 2s.
That's true.
So this pretty much trades with his Cobra and his True Silver. We're gonna have to do a lot of work with Cold Master. Or he's gonna have to be like really aggressive. So one way that we could probably win this is if he does like True Silver face, everything face, and then he floods the board, and then we draw into Consecration.
Yeah.
Well, that's like one of the realistic ways I think we win.
Nine damage on his side. I think I make a guy in Sea Giant.
Yeah, I would. This spot sucks.
Was my hand slow this game or?
Yeah, we haven't seen a single 2-drop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we sorry. No, we had one. We had Shoulder Mini. But that was not on turn 2. That was like on what turn was that? Like turn 6?
Yeah, it was like mid game.
Yeah, it was because we were considering Shoulder Mini plus Blessing at Kings.
Yeah, that one. What the hell?
Special delivery. Murgalurga.
Wow.
Yep,
It's a game.
that's game.
That's it.
Alright, not the best results, but
Yeah.
it's not always about results. Do you feel like you got a lot or a little out of the coaching session?
I actually got a lot. Yeah.
That's good.
Actually could have been like 6-2, but whatever.
Could have been 6-2. It always, the way I think about it is sometimes like one mistake loses you 3 games. Because the deck that would have gone, like, let's say that this deck, if we didn't make that one play against the Druid and we finish off the Stone Giant, then we could have actually, you know, how many games could we have won with one more life, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, it happens.
That's true. No, I learned how to play Paladin a lot better.
Yeah, I think it was a good session. I mean, do you have any questions for me?
No, I think that's it. I'm just kind of tired.
All right, for sure, man. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, thank
And,
you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
That was an intense session, by the way.
Oh yeah, why?
It was just